I would like to pat myself on the back for a moment. I nailed the electoral map almost perfectly. I only missed New Hampshire, which Trump only lost by about 20,000 votes. So am I Nate Silver? Probably not. More like Nate Gold, baby.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo. My pockets are fat.
And to call it a red wave, that's an insult to Poe. That's the red Teletubby. That's a red wave. What we saw was a red tsunami. Even a consolation prize, or those participation trophies that libs love so much, they'd be too much to give to Kamala and Walz. If you can believe it, Donald Trump won the popular vote. Kamala somehow won the unpopular vote, unable to seriously top Joe Biden's vote totals from 2020 in any U.S. state. Donald Trump gained in California. He gained in New York. He gained in Illinois. And in Illinois, she had dead people voting for her. What a colossal disaster. But not if you ask MSNBC analyst and former Democratic Senator Claire McCaskill. For her, Kamala is not a loser. She is a hero without the cape.
You okay?
I think I'm okay.
Tell me what you're thinking.
Well, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of her. I don't think people realize how hard it is to get to where she was.
Well, I mean, Willie Brand knew.
As a woman, getting elected DA, it's not easy, guys. People don't trust women to be in charge of making decisions about life and death and crime and being, frankly, a supervisor in some ways over police. Her fighting through the primary thicket of California politics to become Attorney General, really hard.
Yes, it was really, really difficult for a mixed race, very liberal woman to make her way in California politics. Just brutal, was it? Well, her failure, it was probably the consultant's fault. They're to blame for her undeniable inexperience and inability to convey a single thought without circling a coconut tree until she eventually passes out. Or her reluctance to distance herself from the failed Biden administration, mostly because she's the current vice president of the United States. It was probably the damn consultants. And now we have an unemployed Doug Emhoff. What do we even do with him? Maybe he'll join the Power Slap League. And what about Tim Walz? What will Tim do now that his weird political career seems to have come to a screeching halt? Will he haphazardly move with the wind outside a tire shop advertising good deals on all-terrain Goodyears? Will he run from angry, pitchfork-wielding townspeople scared of his sewn-together limbs and Vincent Price-like father figure? Or will he just slide back into the Homer Simpson hedge that is radical Minnesota politics, where he can once again let riots burn down the city in the name of peace? The good news is, we're never going to know or care, because the decision to include him on the ticket and to ignore swing state Governor Josh Shapiro because, Jew, will haunt the strange refugee from the latest season of Fargo forever. We'll get to more of this in a moment. First, as social unrest escalates and crime rates climb, securing the safety of our families is more crucial than ever. Now, I'm about as pro-Second Amendment as it gets. I own many, many guns. I'm a Floridian Republican, for God's sake. But the thought of using lethal force, it's not ideal for everyone. That's why you need to check out Byrna. Introducing the Byrna Ungun, the non-lethal self-defense platform. It's lightweight, it's simple to use. It uses an easy-to-load 5-round magazine. It's powered by an 8-gram CO2 cartridge. Byrna launchers fire a 68 caliber chemical-filled projectile using patented pull-pierce technology, where the CO2 canister is only punctured on the first trigger pull, meaning your launcher is always at the ready. It's capable of incapacitating an attacker for over 30 minutes. It's accurate and effective at over 60 feet. No permits, no background checks. It's interstate travel friendly. With Byrna, you will be prepared to defend. The Byrna is a safer, more sensible alternative that could potentially save lives on both sides, protecting both user and aggressor. Thank you, Byrna, for sponsoring this video. If you haven't yet, go check out this week's episode of Ben After Dark on Daily Wire Plus, brought to you by Byrna. And it hasn't even been 24 hours yet. The elitist coasts were already showing their true colors. California governor and the human equivalent of Axe body spray, Gavin Newsom, posted on X, quote, California will seek to work with the incoming president, but let there be no mistake. We intend to stand with states across our nation to defend our Constitution and uphold the rule of law. Yes, nobody has upheld the rule of law like California. At least we know that Gavin Newsom will protect every hot, steaming dump found on every street corner in San Francisco for law and freedom. And since the election results rolled in, New York City bartender AOC has taken to social media more than a Kardashian, advising her sycophants on what to do next or how to properly feel grief. And we are the weird ones?
We are about to enter a political period that will have consequences for the rest of our lives. Donald Trump has talked about turning the military on U.S. citizens that he deems his domestic political enemies. Authoritarians and people that he affiliates closely with and strongmen abroad, in regimes like that, it is not uncommon to jail political dissidents or legislative opponents. This is the world that we very realistically may be entering.
To be fair, as a former bartender, AOC does know what drunk sadness looks like. She also knows that it's the sad drunks who give the biggest tips. And Hollywood, oh, our friends in Hollywood, they are outraged that literal Hitler will once again reign supreme. A city and industry known for its high moral standing and impeccable values is melting down faster than Chelsea Handler's face when she misses a Botox appointment. Christina Applegate posted, "Please unfollow me if you voted against female rights, against disability rights. Also, after today, I will be shutting down this fan account that I have had for so many years because this is sick." Worth noting, she apologized 6 hours later and she's still on X. It appears she changed her mind once she realized that her taxes will be going down. Meanwhile, Cardi B, that brilliant woman, empowered, beautiful, posted in a now deleted Instagram story, quote,
"This is why some of y'all states be getting hurricanes."
Well, who am I to doubt an expert climatologist who knows so much about things that blow? Listen, I know nobody is more relieved about Trump's win than Tony Hinchcliffe, but at least he's a comedian. Cardi saying that Republicans die in hurricanes because of how they vote seems kind of worse than anything he said. She did eventually calm down and stop the name calling. Let's hope the next 4 years she can be as positive as an offset paternity test. And my favorite response, though not from a celebrity, at least not yet, was from TikToker Lexi Baby, 3 B's, 3 Y's, who might want to chill on the coffee. And perhaps the
I'm sorry. No. Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
And now we get to sit back and watch these nut jobs realize their Project 2025 worries and insistence that Donald Trump will not only take our freedoms, but leave behind a Blu-ray copy of Joker 2 that we will be forced to watch daily.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
None of it was true. They've been screaming about the falling sky, and now they'll just stare up at the clouds wondering why things are so quiet and peaceful. Well, until they hear this resonating from the nearby parking lot. Godspeed, Lexi Baby. Godspeed.